Are you sure that he said Nile? I thought he said Jordan.
Nile. Make him cross the river Nile, is what he said. The Nile's the only river round here for miles that we can send him cross. Therefore, he said Nile and not Jordan. Right?
Right.
Then we've done what we were supposed to do. Mr. Dinar, the new almighty pharaoh, is going to be very proud of us.
Life hasn't been too good to me. My slaves are gone, my money is gone, and even my last betting slip didn't bring me any winnings. This world has nothing left to give me. I'll slip into the desert and put an end to it all. The buzzards can feast on my succulent flesh. Hang on a minute. What's this here? Can it be? Thanks be with the Pharaoh! Someone has blessed me with a new slave!
Come on, get up, slave, and get to work.
What have you done to me?
I've sold you off to this quarry, my dear slave, and I've had you branded. Your skin now says, as it should, property of the Pharaoh.
It will certainly be safer for me if they can't compare the faces. No one here will miss it. I'm really afraid that he could do something to me. I'm really afraid that he could do something to me. It's easy to catch your death when you wander alone through the desert. Aha! A bunch of cans. Outstandingly packaged figs. How do you open this thing? Which would make the mousetrap useless. I'm really...
Get to work, you lowly beast.
Hey, you are my lowly beast.
Sorry, slave, that kind of role reversal could only ever possibly happen in a sleazy establishment. Or at least, so I've been told. And now, get to work. Get to work, you lowly beast.
I am the Pharaoh. Now, if you would be so kind to let me out of here!
Sure. And I'm Cleopatra. Get to work.
Full of interesting tools, but locked, unfortunately.
Hey, no passage for no one.
Why not?
This turf belongs to the slave boss.
This turf belongs to the Pharaoh.
Perhaps on papyrus, but the boss is the real big cheese here. And his word is law.
Ah, so he's the person I should be talking to.
Forget it. The boss is not gonna want to waste his time talking to the likes of you.
Yes, he wants to.
Listen up, little man. There's a lot of riffraff running around here in this quarry, but we only want to deal with the elite. Not just any little criminal who pops up can join our ranks. That's why the boss doesn't want to speak to you.
Can I perhaps bribe you somehow?
No. Even if you brought me something more decent to eat than this soggy honey sandwich, you still wouldn't be able to soften me up.
You still get bread with honey? I thought I'd already nixed honey months ago.
What?
Never mind.
Figs! My favorite foodstuff! But what's the deal with this strange packaging? Here, have some of my soggy bread and honey with them. They ain't packed too good.
The honey sticks to the poster. My picture is in the middle of the wanted poster. The fellow won't let me through.
El Caravano. Sounds dangerous.
Then, let me through.
I don't know.
What would the boss say if you didn't let a dangerous criminal through to him?
Okay, you can pass, but that doesn't mean that I like you.
Careful! Sharp edges. Don't exactly smell lemon fresh. Oh dear. I don't want to know who has already been combed with it. The paper is wrapped around the comb. Reminds me of my garden parties. A hole, driven into the roots of earth to deliver water. Put the soap in. Hey! What's happening?
Who dares to desecrate my well?
Now I'm already hearing voices. Must be the heat. I threw it down. Oh, no! How many times is this going to happen? Stop monkeying around! It's time for a little refreshment.
There it is. My kingdom. My empire. By the rotten intestines of the pharaoh. Your mug somehow looks familiar to me.
I have an average Joe kind of face.
No. I'm sure that somewhere... Never mind. It'll come to me.
I'd like to get back out of this hole. Can you help me?
Out of here? You'll be getting out of here faster than you like.
Perfect.
In pieces.
Oh.
You're not going to survive for long, unless you join my troop.
Why wouldn't I survive for long?
Either the quarry will do you in. The pharaoh has made arrangements to ensure that no one survives for very long. Or, if you cause us any trouble, the boys and I are gonna take care of you. So, do you want to cause us trouble?
Define trouble.
Trouble means that you get on my nerves. Do you know what? I actually don't like people very much. And when there's something that I don't like very much, then I have to get rid of it. So, do you want to cause trouble?
Me? Are you kidding?
Good. Then maybe there's the slightest possibility of you actually being accepted into my troop.
What do you mean by your troop?
There's only one way of getting out of this quarry alive.
There still is a way. Then I must have a word with my architects.
What?
Oh, sometimes I talk crazy. Didn't mean to interrupt you.
Anyway, like I said, there's only one way of getting out of this quarry alive. And that's with my airtight escape plan.
Escape plan? How wicked.
But I'm not gonna tell a squirt like you.
Why not?
Because a sniveling little wimp like you doesn't deserve to be accepted into a troop like mine.
Whoa! That's no way to be talking to the pharaoh.
I'm talking to you, not the pharaoh, you zero.
That's right. A wimp. Quite right.
That's what I thought, from the start. A true criminal is capable of the cruelest things without batting an eyelash, like pulling a prank on the foreman. But probably not you. You were probably planning on sucking up to him all along, you worm.
No worries. You and me are both not too keen on the foreman.
Then prove it. Finish him off real good. Leave him crying.
No problemo.
Let's see what crops up.
It didn't have a future anyway. But now, let's get out of here. My best design. Full of interesting tools, but locked, unfortunately.
Not bad. I wouldn't have expected that from you.
That Il Caravano. Damn it, I hate him!
Have I finally been accepted into your troop?
No. There's still something else that you have to take care of. If you want to become my new right-hand man, you've got to get rid of my old right-hand man.
Are you serious? I should chop off your hand.
What hogwash! I meant that you should get that cringer down there out of my sight. He's really been getting on my nerves lately. Only then will I take you on.
Okay, I'll cook up some sort of good idea.
Stupid jerk, I'll pay you back for this!
Slaves, as far as the eye can see. Slaves, as far as the eye can see.
Wow, you work pretty close to the edge. Aren't you afraid this thing will fall down?
No, why? I've got a safety rope, and as long as I don't chip off too much from the left, then everything stays stable.
Then don't go and chip off too much from the left, otherwise there's going to be a big mess.
I'll take care of it.
Wow, I didn't know what I'm capable of. The holding rope has been cut. An unfinished statue. Who are you and what are you doing here?
Oh, that's a long, unimportant story.
Great.
It's really long and truly unimportant.
Well, that's just great.
Okay. Once upon a time, I finally got out of slavery. No more of this home and yard slave stuff for combat el wombat. No more of this snivelling, use me and abuse me, slave stuff for Quan Dakmon. No more of this trim that bush, now kiss my tush, slave stuff for Elton Mukat, because this Assil had freed me. A funny guy. No idea what he mixed into the poor slave driver's drink. I did a bit of diving for him, and then I thought, hey, the world is now my oyster. Well, at least Egypt is. So I thought to myself, how can I get ahead? I mean, the prospect of being a camel washer didn't really do it for me. Where is there still a gap in the market in Cairo? Ah, and then it struck me. Sand.
Maybe you should just keep working instead.
After all, sand is all over the place here, and it bugs. And it always gets between your toes. Crunch, crunch, crunch. In my lifetime, there will be a beneficial invention, the vacuum cleaner. This is exactly what everyone here needs. Hey, I've built a time machine out of Caesar's Crunchies box, so it can't be that difficult to build a vacuum cleaner out of camel hair, couscous and dates. That's what I thought.
I can't take this anymore. Stop! Get back to work on that statue.
Well, then I took a shot at it, and then something embarrassing happened with the prototype. Just let's say, an artificially generated vacuum that sucks up a palace guard is not a good thing. Especially not after you previously sucked up an entire day's worth of camel dung from the market square. And then, while getting the guard out of the bag, you accidentally hit the blow button. Well, the consequences are rather negative. The palm that he landed on smells funny to this day, but it grows like crazy. The palace guard isn't growing anymore, but he smells funny to this day. Then I wanted to look for a new field of business. Then, one night at the bar, some Joe shoves me a flyer in my hand. It said, the ultimate method to increase your income. Enjoy a rosier financial future by starting right now. Find out how you can work part-time and earn 500 to 2,500 gold pieces per month to supplement your current income. Find out how you can join a local hood business that's true, honest and ethical. Sign up for the quick tour today. It sounded genuine.
That sounds kind of familiar to me. Didn't I get that printed? Whoops. I didn't say anything.
So, I took the tour, and that's how I landed up here. Breaking stones. Rape. You can't trust no one no more.
A truly tragic story. But it's proof that my business model works. But that is damn high. An unfinished statue. Knots? No one ever taught me that. Knots? No one ever taught me that. The holding rope has been cut. That won't work. That won't work. Nothing else is happening. Who are you and what are you doing here?
Oh, that's a long, unimportant story.
Spare me!
That's a shame. Maybe some other day you'll have more time on your hands.
Wow, you work pretty close to the edge. Aren't you afraid this thing will fall down?
Holy cheese! Someone's cut through my safety rope. I should watch my back. As long as I don't chip off too much from the left, nothing could happen.
In my opinion, you should really just chip off a little bit more from the left.
Why?
No way is the pharaoh that fat.
How would you know that?
I once interviewed him, back when I was still on the Cairo Times.
If you think so, then I'll just chisel off another little bit here. Some great artist I am. The statue just tips over. Everything's in vain.
No tool for my tender hands. What can be done with such a device? That won't work. An egg in the pan, more or less. A nice solid wedge.
Don't think that I don't know what's going on here, El Caravano. You want to take my place, but you won't succeed in that. Ha 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 ha! And how the hell do I get this damn can open?
That won't work.
Moses?
What? Who's speaking?
Are you Moses?
No,
Damned! Where's that good-for-nothing lolling about anyway?
I am the Pharaoh.
What? Then let my people go!
Do your people consist of bushes?
Pharaoh, don't go too far! My people are the Israelites, who you've enslaved!
Isn't Moses a soccer player?
But only because you can't make money with rebellion. He's our fundraiser!
Since when could bushes talk?
There's only one bush that can talk sense, and that's me. And I am the god of the Israelites.
The poor Israelites have a bush as their leader.
Yeah, you're right. Things could go quite pear-shaped when bushes are planted in positions of authority. But not with this bush.
But you're quite a small bush.
Watch your tongue, Pharaoh! Even a little bush can wreak untold havoc.
Why on earth did you have to manifest as a balmy bush?
Don't make me angry! I like bushes. And what else am I supposed to take in this sparse environment? A grain of sand, maybe?
I'll build a park here, but with tulips, all the bushes will be uprooted.
That! You! No! It happened again! This always happens when I get worked up. Oh, man. The last time it was Moses who really burned me up. Now I have to wait again for the next rainy season. Or, I could send the floods. What are you doing there? That really is the limit. Just you wait. I'll cover your kingdom with plagues. Plagues! Yes, indeed. It'll rain locusts. And frogs will fall from the skies. And furthermore, hail. Yeah, yes, indeedy.
Whatever you say. But this fried egg is roasted to perfection.
And you'll also be roasted, Pharaoh.
Strange. It says as much as open here. The blocks of stone are rolling towards the Nile. This thing is locked. I did it! This deed will certainly provide me with valuable services. A nice table, but a cheaper version would have been just as good.
You! Come with me!
What?
Say hello to your new lord and master. You got lucky, kiddo. You'll have it good with me.
What?
You're a tad short, but I'll still manage to get a good price for you.
What?
Here's the deed. Look, you belong to me. I'm finally a real slave driver with real assets again.
But my boss!
That's me. Be quiet now and let's beat it.
Come on. Get a move on. I want to finally get out of this hellhole.
What did you want me to get you again?
Boy, is that so hard to remember. 2 cloths, a hammer, and a chisel. And make it snappy.
I'm off like a speeding arrow.
The cloths will help us. What should I do with this? What should I do with this? What should I do with this?
Leave me alone. I'm sulking.
How does someone go about cheering you up again?
Nothing can stop me from sulking now.
Nothing?
No.
Nothing at all?
No.
Not the slightest thing?
No.
Do you mean that there's not even the faintest glimmer of hope?
No.
No hint of a possibility?
Well, come to think of it, a tasty dish might help to brighten my mood.
Bread with honey.
Whatever. However, freshly prepared would be a plus.
You're not exactly making it easy for me.
That's kind of you. Thanks.
Wow! A little hammer for precise work with the chisel.
I will certainly not need it again.
Thanks. I'll see you later.
Good. A chisel.
Here you go, big slave boss man. I've got hold of everything.
By the putrid feet of the Pharaoh, we'll finally be able to leave this stinking quarry. This is the plan. First, we'll blindfold our eyes. Every kid knows that this'll make us invisible.
What?
And once we're invisible, we'll take the hammer and chisel and we'll chisel our way through the rock face as fast as lightning.
What?
A magnificent plan, isn't it?
No, that's a psychotic plan.
Excuse me?
Well, that's definitely the stupidest thing I've ever heard during my whole existence.
But I...
No buts! Cloth can't make anyone invisible.
But I used to think,
And chiseling through this mountain, that would take years.
Years? How long is that?
I don't believe this. I mean, here I am, thinking my tushy off, and all this idiot has is sawdust for brains.
Well, I thought that the plan was good.
I'm leaving, immediately. What else could possibly go wrong that's even worse than this fiasco?
Make way for the Pharaoh!
The Pharaoh? But I am the...
You're what?
Never mind. So what does the Pharaoh want here?
I herewith issue an order. A secret temple in which there is a sacred object must be found immediately. To all of my slaves, search for this temple.
What a con man!
So we're supposed to search for a temple.
Hey, perhaps this could be our chance to escape. Secret passages are always hidden in temples.
You know a lot.
I've been around.
All right, then. If you don't like my escape plan, then let's just see if yours is any better.
I'll search for signs as to where this secret temple could be hidden. Then we'll go through the temple to get to the outside. Cloth, hammer and chisel. I still can't believe it.
Oh, man.
Ah, what a beautiful stone.
what should I do with this? Well then, did you manage to find the entrance to this secret temple?
Yes, I've found the entrance.
Really? Where is it?
It's just behind the rock that we're standing on.
Do you mean that we have to break off that rock face? And how are we going to do that? Perhaps with that rope over there?
Yes, why not?
What a brilliantly stupid idea. The two of us breaking off that rock face? What balderdash.
But it's still better than your incredible invisible cloths. Maybe we'll find someone or something that's stronger than us.
Go ahead. I won't get in your way. Why don't you just go ahead and look for some amazing object that you can knot the rope to?
But I don't know how to tie knots. I never learned.
Really? Oh, man. Can't you even knot a noose?
I got some men in for things like that.
Whatever. Just don't forget to let me know when you've found that amazing object. Then I'll tie the knots for you.
Ah, what a beautiful stone.
So, have you found something that we can knot a rope onto so that we can break off that rock face?
I found a rotten beam.
But that's absurd. That'll never work. You'll have to find something else. So, have you found something that we can knot a rope onto so that we can break off that rock face?
We could knot it to the blocks of stone on the conveyor belt.
That could just work. Come on, let's go.
I don't have time for something like that. Secured. Ah, what a beautiful stone.
By the poisoned tongue of the Pharaoh. El Caravano, you're a star. I wish you lots of success with your outbreak. You've certainly earned it.
What? You aren't coming?
Oh, you know, it's been such a long time since I've been on the outside that I'm not sure that I'd be able to get back on my feet anymore. Now that freedom is so close at hand, I begin to think of all the things that I'd miss. The sweet sound of people being worked to death while I stand in the sun. The expression on the face of the foreman after I've managed to pull one over on him. And that almost indiscernible, distant splash when I've shoved someone from the cliff.
Al Capone, we are truly blood brothers.
Farewell, El Caravano. Give my greetings to freedom.
I already have one. It's much too dark here. Who knows what I'd step on? I don't even want to think about it. An oil torch that isn't lit. That won't work. A firestone. A nice pair of stones for making fire. I've made a fire. It says, when all of the planets are in a row, then it is the great birthday of the sacred Seth. His door will open and you will render homage to him. It's hanging too high. That worked. The thing is open. So far, so good.
Finally! What day is it today? What day? What day? No, don't tell me. Let me guess. Oh, I'm so excited. Cattle. A huge herd of cattle just for me alone. Oh, how lovely. Oh no, I already got that 200 years ago. I'm sure you've come up with something new.
Us? Something new?
I've got it. A scepter. Made out of shiny gold and platinum. Much bigger and heavier than my old one. No, I didn't guess right. What else could it be? Say, who are you anyhow? And why aren't you wearing a ceremonial Seth robe?
Because ceremonial Seth robes are so out at the moment.
I can only be reawakened by my faithful followers. Could this mean that today isn't even my birthday?
Which birthday would this be?
You didn't change my clock, did you?
Me? Well,
Are you actually aware of how much time it takes to reset the time on a clock like that again? Boy, oh boy! You barely begin to sink into a divine sleep of a few centuries, and then some schmuck comes waltzing through here and botches things up big time. Alright, I'm sure you didn't just wake me up for the fun of it. So, what's the deal here?
bestow upon me divine power?
Divine power? Do you actually know who it is that you have in front of you? I am the mighty Seth. I am the being who triumphed over Osiris, and I'm the being who strewed his body parts to the four winds. Except for his heart. I'm keeping that as a souvenir, and it presents the possibility of attaining complete control over him. Ever since then, Osiris has been incarcerated within the confines of the underworld.
Wait a minute. Osiris is my protector.
Hang on, whose side are you on anyway?
What do you mean, whose side? My own, of course.
I mean, who are you rooting for in the imminent battle of the gods?
Battle of the gods?
The time for the great battle draws nigh. The gods have begun already to don their armor. The guardian of the Ankh has failed. The divine power has been released, and now everyone's out to exploit it for their own intentions. Osiris's power grows, but he won't be able to channel his power as long as his heart belongs to me. Ha ha! A great power dwells in this divine heart, a power that is entirely at my disposal. The cards will be mixed anew. Who will rule over mankind? Who will rule over the underworld? When the planets have formed the constellation of the Camel, the fate of the gods will be decided. And now, excuse me, I have preparations to make.
It's always such jolly good fun to chit-chat with the gods. What were we talking about again? Let's see. The root has left behind a hole. I put it in my pocket.
You dare to take the urn, cursed one?
Yikes! The sullen Seth is back.
This is the urn that bears the heart of Osiris. I tore it out of him with my bare hands. And I need it in order to stand a chance against him in the battle of the gods. As punishment, I will now use my divine powers to smash you to pieces.
How is that supposed to happen?
I will send my army of scorpions.
Can't we talk about this some more?
The time for talking has passed.
Why?
The machines of war have already been set into motion, and stopping them now would really aggravate the weapons lobbyists.
You mean the scorpion lobbyists?
Exactly. Tremble before my army of scorpions.
What? This is the army of scorpions?
Well, there used to be more. A few centuries ago. But even this one could kill you horribly within seconds.
One single, pitiful, puny scorpion with encroaching senility? And he's only got 5 legs!
I will now leave you combatants to your fate. You will suffer a wretched demise, impudent pharaoh. Ha!
I'll take this weird clump out. Now! It doesn't drain anymore. I'll put the stone to the side. The cardboard lid of the caller couscous meal. I picked up the lid. I've put the little guy in a safe place. Can anyone up there hear me?
That can't be. El Caravano, you actually made it! Everything's going according to plan?
As good as can be. I'm almost out of here.
Good luck.
That won't work.
Everything's going according to plan?
Well, you get nothing for nothing.
We had a whip round for you. Take these provisions. They're sure to assist you.
There's a weasel that has dug through to the next cave. Oh no! Bananas! And targets in the form of the pharaoh! Help! Oh, that's much more to my liking. I'll take a short rest.
Well, and that's the reason why I was extradited to the desert.
Man, what a creepy story.
Who's the naked, ugly chump who's taken a shower under our waterfall?
Is it possible?
The Pharaoh!
Good morning, fellows.
Tormentor, exploiter, enemy of Egypt.
Hey, let's all take it easy, guys. After all, we're all sitting in the same boat.
But our dastardly enemy.
I'm going to get the bananas.
Ephraim, perhaps we should behave like adults for a minute and first let him tell us what he's doing here?
If it has to be.
And that's how it came to be, that this spook sits on my throne while I was slaving away in that dreadful quarry.
So it was the undead Dinar who threw me out of the city.
That means there's a fiend who's even more treacherous than the Pharaoh. It's inconceivable to think what could happen if this heart of Osiris were to fall into the hands of Dinar.
Egypt would have a new ruler, and his name would be Osiris.
I would never get the Ankh back.
And I would end up having to brush my own teeth. Forever.
And if we all pulled together, we might even stand a chance at conquering this vile fiend.
Work together? With the Pharaoh? Well, if there's no other way.
A soft, cushy pillow.
I don't think it's a good thing that the Pharaoh sneaks around here.
If you're ready, then let's go.
Have fun with your travel preparations.
Hello, Assil.
About our relationship.
Yeah? What about it?
Shouldn't we give it another shot?
And how would you imagine that could possibly work?
I would buy you something stunning to wear.
The last time I sent you shopping, you came back with a proclamation banner.
What? You stole my proclamation?
Bug off, Pharaoh.
Okay. I'm not even listening.
You don't know what you're missing without me.
Well, so what am I missing?
Together we'll watch glowing sunsets under palm trees.
And then shock cooling under the waterfall.
Sounds good to me.
If you'd been so seductive before, maybe things could have worked out.
On my journey, I've gathered a few heavy objects that I wouldn't mind getting rid of. For example, this junk here, which looks a little bit like the heart of Osiris.
It's not true, is it? You have the heart of Osiris?
You can have it if you want. I have prettier trinkets back at my palace.
What should we do with it? Who would have the faintest notion of what to do with it? Assil, didn't you mention something about a master at the bazaar?
The term master is perhaps a bit exaggerated. He sells bogus betting tips.
We have to give the heart of Osiris to that master. He'll know what to do with it.
We've got to find something to put it in so we can transport it safely. An urn or some other vessel.
How about using this?
The trophy. That's a good idea.
I should take a closer look at that. The 11th commandment, it says, "And thou shalt not take all of this stuff too seriously." I can't stand water, and especially not this water. So far, so good. I can't stand water, and especially not this water. Nothing else can go wrong now. That won't work. A true wonder of nature. Wow, what a find!
So far, so good.
Hello, Assil.
Do you perhaps have any useful items for me?
Here, these things might come in handy.
Hey, that's it!
Hello, Assil.
Got the time to fish a shell out of the water for me?
Are you still afraid of water?
Yes, unfortunately.
Then I'll lend you a quick hand.